This is the current Chinese embassy in Marylebone, central London. It might not be for a few years, but there are plans to move it from here to here, the former Royal Mint site in Tower Hamlets. The Chinese Communist Party bought the site in 2018. They made an unsolicited offer to developers for this piece of land on the fringes of the city, opposite the Tower of London, with the aim to build one of the largest Chinese embassies in Europe.
There is much controversy about this locally, not because we have any opposition to the Chinese, not that we have any opposition to a government of anywhere putting an embassy in our borough. What we are concerned about is the current government of China and their treatment of minority groups such as the Uyghurs and many other groups within China.
In light of the Chinese Communist Party's human rights record, there's been talk among councillors of renaming the roads in the area. Potential names are Tiananmen Square, Uyghur Court, Hong Kong Road and Tibet Hill. Local councillors passed a motion on it last year.
You can just put a sign just there.
The motion put forward by Liberal Democrat Rabina Khan followed months of campaigning from opposition councillors.
The area I'm thinking of is here, which is unadopted. Nobody lives here. There is no businesses there. It's just that small section of roadway there. And that could easily be changed because it wouldn't affect anybody. And it would be a sign of the view of local people.
The road that could be renamed is this small stretch in front of the site that currently has no name. According to the latest census, the borough has the highest proportion of Muslim residents out of all the boroughs in England and Wales.
Approximately a third of our residents are of Muslim heritage or practicing Muslims, so they're deeply concerned about the Uyghurs. We have an increasingly large population of people from Hong Kong. So the largest category of homeowners, overseas homeowners in Tower Hamlets are from Hong Kong, and I see that in my area of Tower Hamlets a lot.
He says many residents have concerns over what the relocation of the Chinese embassy to this site would mean for their safety and security.
This is brand new for us. We've never had an embassy here in Tower Hamlets, and especially one that may be as controversial as a Chinese embassy. So we're actually now at the back of the Chinese embassy site, so behind me currently are some office buildings, and the proposal will be to convert those into residential apartments because the plan is that the embassy staff would actually live on the site. So I think there's be about 300 or 400 staff would be living on this site if they get planning permission and if it is completed.
The firm designing the embassy complex, David Chipperfield Architects, has faced criticism for aiding an authoritarian regime. They haven't responded to NTD's request for comment. Plans show the scale of the design, including a 7-storey building and cultural centre.
It's like a China court or palace, mini palace in London, and this regime that is committing a genocide, crime against humanity, located in this prime location overlooking the Tower Hamlet, this beautiful part of London. And enjoying and also propagating its propaganda. This building, the buildings, represents the regime, the CCP, Chinese Communist regime, not necessarily represent the people of China, because Chinese Communist Party never had election. People never had a power to elect, to select who to rule the country. So they don't represent the people, the Chinese people. There are millions of people in China, apart from the Uyghurs, Tibetans. They are suffering as well, simply because they have different thoughts and different opinions.
She says it's a sad reality the Chinese embassy could relocate to such an area, but hopes the new street names will go ahead.
It would be quite meaningful and symbolic to have those street names, Uyghur Court, Tibet Hill, Tiananmen Square, and Hong Kong Road.
A symbol that for many would also reflect the diversity of Tower Hamlets and its community. Jane Worrell, NTD News, London.